Welcome to our podcast.
I'm gonna leave that in there.
No, oh my gosh.
Just start like this. Everybody have an ugly face.
Too. Don't cut any of that out. They can see their true colors. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Inspired by MsAmberRed. I'm here today with Sasha, myself, and Tanya.
Hey.
And today we are talking about, Tanya just got her eyebrows tattooed.
If you are watching, I don't know if you can see, but they're scabbing now. They're like crunchy.
What day are you on?
A week.
A week.
A whole week from, last week.
Dang, a whole week already.
A week from last week.
Hey.
They look good. I love them.
Yeah, very pretty.
And I was sorry. I was gonna say that we did a email blast telling everybody that we were going live on TikTok, and a lot of you joined us. You know, people joined us and were asking where we were the whole time, and I was like, oh my gosh. Okay, because so long story short, it takes a while to get your eyebrows drawn on perfectly. So, so we were letting Tanya draw on her eyebrows perfectly, so we were a little late to our live. It happens.
Can't rush that.
Yeah, you can't rush that, especially when you're filming and everything, too. It's, like, extra stressful.
Yeah, and I feel like I always draw on my eyebrows, like, perfectly fine, and then the day that we go to film, like, I couldn't get it right. Or I couldn't decide what. Well, because I'll switch it up. Sometimes I do like longer tails or like round fronts or square fronts, depending on like the look of the day. But that day I just couldn't decide what I wanted.
Yeah.
And I was just struggling.
Yeah. And then I hopped in there and did some tweaks, like just little drawing tweaks. But she's had her brows she had her brows tattooed before, and we left a little bit of her tail out, right? So.
So you tattooed my brows 2 years ago, almost, and it was like a thicker shape. But I decided I wanted to go thinner, so we were still able to like put the new shape within because the other stuff was faded out, and then we left a good like portion of my tail out. So then. I'm gonna experience lift and see how that feels like.
Yeah.
Oh, are you? You're gonna take? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to know what it feels. I mean, I know it's gonna hurt, but I should know.
At least it's just a little bit. It's not like the whole ass eyebrow, right?
Yeah, and it's not like I have a new tail or anything. We literally followed that same tail. It's just we just left a little bit out.
Yeah, because you wanted them shorter, like so. No big deal. When do you guys remember? Because I can't really remember. Do you remember when we were live? Did we have any trolls? Because like a lot of the time, I know we go live on TikTok. We love TikTok, actually. Oh, I love TikTok.
Yeah, I love TikTok too.
Yeah, it's our favorite.
Out of all the platforms, I feel like they give us the most love, especially when we get on lives. Like our numbers, a lot of the time after we're on for a little while, they'll spike up and we'll be like in the thousands. So that's really cool, like viewer wise.
Yeah.
And it's fun, but a lot of the times when that happens, people say like mean things. I don't know, because was Brisa monitoring? I think she was monitoring.
No, we had like one person say something about like I think the color, but other than that, everyone was super nice, super friendly, and
that's awesome.
Yeah, we really didn't have anybody bad.
I don't know if maybe we've like weeded out the trolls and we get like the good watchers, but I remember when we first started, people were like, "Oh my god, that lady looks dead!" Like, "Oh my god, those brows look horrible."
Or are
like,
you tattooing in a basement?
Yeah.
Are you holding her captive?
They're like, "Oh, blink if you're alive." Yeah.
Blink if you're alive. That's funny. Oh my god. It's like, what do they really think? They really think that like, let me rephrase that. Do you think that they're saying that because they really think that, or they're just saying that just to talk shit?
I think they don't understand.
Talk shit.
Yeah.
Because you can really tell that we're not tattooing in a basement. I mean, I would hope so.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. No.
I think people just have too much time on their hands and nothing better to do.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I feel like when we do lives with eyeliner, that's when we really get like a lot of people opinions on there.
Eyeliners are so fun. I love when the eye meat pops out. But anyways.
Yeah. I feel like too, well, I have dark eyebrow hair and the color we were like, I feel like that didn't look too different, but I feel like it's when we have older clients that are like more on the fairer side.
Yeah.
We do like a brown and they're like, oh my god, that looks crazy.
Why would you put that color on her? It's like, because it's going to fade out 50%. And it's going to be softer.
But it is the eyeliner. I think the eyeliner is one like everybody freaks out about.
Oh, the lips too.
Yeah.
The lips we always get reported for like bleeding. I'm like, what the hell? It's not blood.
It's the color.
Just color. With your eyebrows, so you said it's been like a week exactly.
A full week. Yeah.
Do you want to like talk about the healing process? How's it been?
So compared to
that's
the
insane.
first time I did them, I also used a different ointment, which Mad Rabbit, I love the cooling?
Yeah, the soothing gel.
The soothing gel, yeah, I really liked it. And I was telling you, I was telling Amber about it, how I really feel like the ointment just like seeped down into my skin rather than just like caking on top. Like I can feel it like going, like seeping down. I don't know if the other one did or didn't, but I just didn't feel it that way. And I feel like this time around, I feel like everybody says this too, but so compared to the first time, I feel like this healing is way faster and smoother. The last time the scabs were like really, really holding on for like dear life, like onto everything. And now I feel like they're just lifting nicely. They're just like kind of stuck on the brow hair. I don't feel like too much pull, but yeah.
What do you mean by pull?
Pull. I like pull on the hair. I have a lot of eyebrow hair.
Yeah,
so I
yeah.
remember when you got your brows done too, like you could feel like.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like the first 2 days they just felt crunchy. So I feel like everything's a lot more sped up. So last time it took me, I would say like over a week to get to like the actual scab part. This time I feel like at day 3. So I got them done on Friday. On Sunday I saw them scabbing. On Monday they were scabbing, and then now it's Friday, so it's been 3 days, or it's been 4 days since the actual scab was formed, and a lot of it has fell off. And I noticed 2 nights ago the whole front of this eyebrow fell off, and it looked a lot lighter, and it looked funny because one was like way lighter than the other eyebrow, but now the other ones fell off, and I see the color blooming. So it's like, I tell all my clients all these things, but it's fun like actually watching it on yourself. And I have violet undertones, so when the front fell off, the eyebrow, it happened last time too, the eyebrow looked violet, like a lavender, like a lilac color. And then, yeah, just overnight, it literally turned brown.
Yeah, your fronts are definitely already, the scabs are already
I think
off.
we should get a macro shot and drop that into this episode.
yeah.
We'll get a real close macro shot so they can see because I can see the scab and I'm blind from far away.
Yeah.
And
I
I
see
can
her
see
toes.
the side, her right side there. You can see
Yeah.
it's like scabby through there, but the front's gone. So like
Yeah.
you can see the difference between the two. We'll have to get a good close up shot of
I
that.
know.
It's
I
fun.
said it. So I've been trying to update Instagram on the process, and literally like I think 2 days ago I stopped, and then this morning I was like, I was supposed to be updating people and giving them an up close macro lens, but
It kind of makes sense
That's
you're
what-
doing it like every other day, though, or
Yeah.
something like that. You
Well,
know?
it's kind of hard because they don't change. I feel like they don't change really every single
Yeah.
day. It's like, okay, I'm here again, but I'm telling you the same exact thing as yesterday.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like from the last time I updated to now, it's like, oh no, like now
No,
there's a
there's
big difference.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you're so cute and little, too.
Oh, thanks. I know I love these little eyebrows.
Yeah.
I know you got big old. Her brows are so much fuller, like than yours are. Like, I mean,
I know.
think you think you would have fuller eyebrows, or do you shape them like that, or do you just have full eyebrow just in that area?
I have full eyebrows just in that area because my eyebrows do grow like underneath and they grow up top, but sparse, like very sparse.
So you shave or pluck it.
Yeah, I just get rid of it. So before, when I was doing dip brow, in 2016, when we were all victims of that eyebrow, I would take the dip brow all the way up to where my hair grew. So that's when my eyebrows were like so thick. And I feel like maybe if you were getting like nano strokes or something, that would be a good, or at least this is how also I base it off. Like when I design my eyebrows, I find that when you go all the way out, it's just too thick. If you were to do like nano strokes and you did follow that outline, it'd be good. But to do that whole thing, no.
Like filled in. Yeah, just like very different. I think too. I'm just fresh off of yesterday and doing those little eyebrows I did. I'm like, it's wild to like you and Sasha's brows are like so different, and it's wild that you see people out there that's like putting like imagine like hold on, imagine Sasha's brows on your face right now. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some
No.
Photoshop stuff, and we'll take Sasha's brows and put them on top.
Oh my gosh, can we please?
Yeah, oh my gosh.
It'd be uncanny.
But
It's
it's wild because
crazy.
a lot of people do that. They do the same exact brow on every single person. And I'm like, you can hate on the girl yesterday with those little ass eyebrows.
Oh, I
did,
loved 'em.
But they're so cute.
Yeah.
The
We're
whole
gonna
time we were talking about you.
insert picture here.
Yeah.
Maddie was sending me videos and pictures as you were doing them, and when I saw her, and Maddie's like, "Could you imagine her with thick brows?" I'm like, "No."
Yeah.
No, I'm like, "No, I couldn't imagine like a thick blocky brow." I'm like, a big thick ombre brow would have looked pretty on her, but I'm like, no.
She
They
thought
just-
that those were too thick.
the ones you did on her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's
I
like,
believe it.
She's like, you're doing way more than what I would have ever done. I just do a line. I was like, oh.
Yeah. No, they
okay.
looked so good.
Yeah.
But I had that one skinny brow girl. She and I when Maddie was explaining to me what happened, I was like, I know exactly what happened. She took the pencil and she's like, "This is what I do." Boop.
That's literally what she did.
Yeah, that's what I get clients too, and like, it's just I think they're just so used to the one line. I think when they see like a shape, I'm like, I hope they're watching because I'm like doing all these things, but yeah, it's like the shape, like they think it's thick, but
yeah. Brows are meant to fit your face. You can't have one shape for all brows. Like even our brows here are so different. But it fits us.
Yeah.
I just can't believe people put the same brow on
I can't have like
everybody.
soft. If I had soft, it would drive me insane.
Like soft brows?
Like really soft brows, like a soft powder. I'd be like, what the fuck is on my face? Like, it just, anyways. Moral of the story, eyebrows should be custom designed to your face.
Yeah, I think, I'm not saying we're the only people that do it, but from who I follow and what I see online, I see everyone kind of using like the ruler technique or like the string mapping. I don't see a lot of people just going in there and just
drawing it. Yeah. That's what I told the girl that when I was tattooing today. I was like, okay, I promised someone, because she started talking about measuring tools and stuff. And as I'm going to get there, I just told her I really give a shit. I'm sorry. Not sorry. But I really don't use that stuff very often anymore. Like unless I have somebody that's being like extra particular. And I'm like, I promise I'll show you at the end, with the ruler, like that it's even. Like, because, you probably think this crazy woman is just drawing these brows freehand and has no way to do it. But I'm like,
why don't you use those tools?
I just can see it.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes like the string, oh my god, I can't. I don't know. I need to dig in that further. Maybe it's like an AD whatever DHD thing or something. All I see is shit all over their face. Like, and there's that many lines. I'm like line. I'm like, where is the shape at? Like,
That's confusing.
It has to be super. I can't have smudges. It's just got to be a super clean shape. Like I can see that shape. I think maybe like I link it back to like maybe art background and like see like I had to do a lot of like symmetry with like shapes and make this line match that line and do like just drawing in school. So I'm like maybe just seeing a shape is how my brain works. Like I see that shape and I can match that shape on the other side. But all that extra stuff just feels really overwhelming to me.
When you were first learning, did you use tools?
No.
Never?
No. So that was actually the perfect scenario for me because she just threw us in and said, if you can't see it, you have to be able to draw an eyebrow. If you can't draw an eyebrow, then you can't tattoo a face.
So your eyes are trained to picking up those little things and seeing it.
So it's very hard to break down the opposite. Like people are like, well, how do you see that? What are you doing? You just have to see it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be mean.
Most of the time you can too if you're really looking. And,
See, my problem is I can see it, but it's just like, okay, where? But I've been getting better at like now I like kind of tilt their head and I'm like, oh, okay, I see the bottom of that there. But then it's just like
it helps a lot if you have them lift their like to see those unders, like with their eyes closed, if they just lift up and to see that under the angle of it, it just helps a lot.
And I have all these little tools just because I bought them and I just want to try them out. And every time I try, I'm just like, no, whatever. I'm just gonna keep going. But it's cool because Maddie uses the caliper all the time, and then I'm like, okay, come in here. I was like, check, and like she'll do it, and she's like, oh wow, she's like, those are literally perfect. So and I'm just like, heck yeah. So I have her come in and I'm just like, okay, double check with the caliper and see it. And like,
I do that with the ruler too. That at the end, that's pretty much the only thing. I'll take that sticky ruler and put it on. I'm like, ooh, okay, the negative space there's even. The tails are right at where the mark, I can't read a ruler, but right at the mark where they're supposed to be from side to side. The fronts are both hitting that one line, so it looks like we're even to me.
Yeah, I think my first year, I always tried to use the rulers.
Like too much, huh?
Yeah, and then literally, I think after the first year, I was like, I'm not using this shit. And I asked her, I was like, can I stop using it? And you're like, yeah, I don't care. And I was like, okay. And I think I've never put them in my room since then.
Yeah. Sometimes it could probably like psych you out too.
Yeah.
Just draw it, then tweak it.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, like you're putting a ruler on your face, but your face isn't symmetrical. I'm confused. How does that supposed to work? Like,
yeah, or sometimes I put it on and I'd be like drawing it off of then, and then I take it off and I'm like, oh, they're perfect, and then one's like way an inch below. But like when you're looking, or you place it wrong or something happens.
Or you put the ruler on wrong. Same with the string. Like how are you getting that string 100% level from side to side? It's the same concept as trying to get the ruler level from side to side. I don't see how that works.
Yeah.
But whatever. Whatever floats your boat. Anyways, thank you guys for joining us for this episode. I didn't know we were going to talk about brow mapping, but that was a fun one. And if you guys are interested, don't forget to
like, comment, share, subscribe.
Yay.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.
Bye.